Hey everyone. So I am, let's see, what's today's date? It's the 25th, 15 days post-op. Drains came out 2 days ago. I'm feeling a lot better. Don't tell my doctor I'm smoking. Truth is, I was coughing all week whether I was smoking or not, so if I'm going to be punished, might as well enjoy it. They took my tape off at my drains appointment, which worried me because every video I've ever watched was always like, you leave the tape on until the tape falls off. That tape was still really fucking stuck on there. I was worried it was gonna hurt so much. It actually did not hurt anywhere near as much as I thought it would. And I've recently found out that I have vasovagal syndrome, which causes me to overreact and freak out and possibly pass out when I think I'm going to be harmed or when I do experience harm, which is why I had which is why I had an anxiety/panic attack when they put my IV in. So I thought I was going to pass out when they were taking the drains out as well. Thankfully I didn't, and the drains actually, I could not feel them being taken out like hardly at all, which, I mean, I had a vagal response just from this one being tugged on. Because like 2 days before it was taken out, it got tugged on just a little bit, and I was numb from here all the way down my arm. And then I had a vagal response to it where I had to lay down on my bed and my entire fucking body was shaking uncontrollably. I hate that shit. So I was extremely surprised when I didn't feel the tubes being taken out at all. I do know why it hurt, why the tubes were in. What he took out of me wasn't the normal flexible tube that I've seen in every video. This thing was straight and rigid. Oof. And it was like a crosshatch. It wasn't even like a circular tube. It was literally like a plus sign shape. No wonder it hurt so bad. Whew. I'm glad, so glad that the drains are gone. The tape is gone, and the black stuff you see here is actually dried blood, not stitches. I thought they were stitches at first, but they are not. All he did was put this Band-Aid over my hole. So these drain holes are just covered with a bandage, and right now these bandages are the only things that really hurt because they stick to my skin, so every time I raise my arm it sticks really bad and it hurts, and it feels like I'm pulling a stitch when I'm not. And he's taped it right over my armpit hair on both sides, so I get the added pain of that pulling on me. Oh, so skin and hair being pulled on is the only thing that hurts right now. The scar lines are amazingly thin, actually. Way thinner than I expected. I don't have the greatest lighting, but I can bring you a little bit closer. This is my left side that I'm showing you right now. And here's what I can show of my right side. I still have extremely limited arm movement. Oop, the pad fell. I try to keep pads under my arms to help with the not my skin not sticking to my side incisions, because this over here still hurts. Everything hurts, which my doctor said is good. I can feel everything. I mean, just because I said that my chest was numb doesn't mean that I still didn't have any feeling. I have been able to feel my entire chest throughout since I came home. It was just that this skin kind of feels it's separated. You can totally feel that it is separated from the muscle, and it's slightly dead feeling. It's not really numb, but dead feeling. Is really how I would describe it. And you use the compression to stick the skin back down onto the muscle, and slowly it starts to feel attached again, because it felt detached almost all the way up here, and it's like it's attached, but it's fragile right in here, and then down it's still totally detached. There's so the arm movement is extremely limited, almost the exact same as when you had your drains in, because all of this down here is like totally fresh connections that can be severed with the slightest movement. So if you jerk too fast, or somebody bumps into you, or if you fall, you get hit, etc., you can totally rip up all of these connections. And I've felt it. I've felt like distinctive, like cords being ripped that were fresh, where the skin was just barely starting to heal back, and oh fuck, it hurts. It's like being stabbed right there. So I still cannot hardly move my arms like really much more than this. It's like having T-Rex arms. But I do have a better range of movement overall. It's a lot more comfortable to sleep. I still have to sleep on my back, but I don't have to worry about the drains anymore, which were always in my way, like going every which way and being tugged on. Him cutting off the stitches to remove the drains was the most painful part, actually. Because I couldn't feel the drains coming out, like, at all. That's the only thing I didn't feel, which was very weird for me. Because I can feel all of this. It's just definitely tender down in here still. And he said I am going to be wearing, I'm still to wear as much compression as I can stand. What I've been doing is trying to wear it all day, and then I sleep without it, because having compression on my chest while I sleep really puts a strain on my heart. I wake myself up from any kind of dream that raises my heart rate, and it hurts because my heart's pounding against this compression, and that scares me. So I try not to sleep with it on, now that I don't have to. So that's about at least 12 hours on, 12 hours off. I've only been doing it for 2 days, and I'm getting better sleep. And I did notice that this puckering right here actually went down for a couple of days. This one puffed back up once I took the binder off for a few hours, but while I had the binder on, both sides were really flat, which is, I think, good news, because it means after enough months of healing, this little pocket that sticks out right here should flatten out. And then I won't need a revision. Go away. There's flies in here. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm forgetting what. Oh. Doctor said that I need to keep compression on for the next 2 or 3 months. I don't know if my ribs can take that, but the 12 hours on, 12 hours off is helping so far. It's still really, really painful around my ribs. I can't lie about that, and my skin is totally raw and rough, and I'm probably going to need to start, like, putting a lotion on while before I go to bed, and before I get bound up, because my ribs cannot take any more of this compression. It's really, really getting to me. And I'm going to have to keep doing it for another 2 or 3 months. Whew. Hopefully it'll be the last time I ever have to compress my chest, and I won't need any revisions. I'm trying to follow all of the doctor's rules. I'm still not driving. I still can't work. There was a third thing, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I can't move my arms. That's it. I can't drive, I can't work, and I can't really move my arms. I'm seeing my doctor again in 2 weeks, and that's when he said that hopefully I'll have some arm movement back, and I will be able to wear like a compression shirt instead of the ace bandage, which will be a lot more comfortable. And if I can wear a compression shirt, that means I should be able to raise my arms up over my head. So, in 2 weeks will be about 1 month post-op. And that's the next time I see my surgeon. And hopefully, that's when I will be able to move my arms again. If I can move my arms, that should mean that I can drive, but I will not be able to work because my job is very physical. And this is going to take forever to upload, so I'm going to cut it off here.